Students at higher education in America know of diversity, but they hardly ever talk about it in a way that is direct and honest, and to talk to each other directly. And we wanted to provide a safe space where this can happen. My name is Björn Krondorfer. I'm the director of the Martin Springer Institute at Northern Arizona University in Flagstaff.
And I'm Sybol Anderson, associate professor of philosophy at St. Mary's College of Maryland.
What we do now is to bring students from Arizona University and Maryland together for a 5-day retreat.
I thought it was just going to be like forums of talking about race and what you thought about it.
And an important part of the way this experience is structured is not as a strictly academic experience.
The process for the Racial Reconciliation Seminar, you could say, goes really through 4 different steps or phases. The first one is that we try to make the students, the participants, comfortable.
We are sitting in a room full of people that genuinely care about you in 48 hours.
The second step is really to have them tell stories to each other, stories of their own lives.
It's really awesome to have people who do want to hear your story and who do sincerely want to connect and create the change.
The third step, and probably the most important one, is to allow people and teach people, the participants, to engage each other directly.
The living sculpture exercise is one that invites participants to bring their whole bodies to the experience.
Part of the idea is to give a specific task that relates to communal and collective identity.
Björn and Sybol are like ninjas. They're like, we're going to mess with them. We're going to tell them there's a people of color group and there's a white group and they have to self-assign and then just let the chaos happen.
Mm-hmm.
And usually a truth, once you work with that sculpture afterwards, slowly taking it apart, a truth reveals itself.
We had one white person join the people of color experience group and then 2 people of color join the white experience group.
When we were doing it, the intensity for the actual activity, I don't think we realized what we were setting ourselves up in. And I can personally say that very much.
And then we came back to it that night, and JP was sitting in the circle by himself because Björn had him sit there. And what ended up happening is we questioned JP, who was white, about why he joined the people of color experience group,
which had caused controversy. I don't think I did this on purpose, but I think it allowed that barrier that I felt we all had kind of kept up to come down and let the real stuff come through.
It was like it finally clicked. It clicked and I was like, okay, now I'm going to ask you anything. I'm not going to be concerned so much for fear that you're going to look at me strangely or you're not going to respond or whatever. I'm expecting you to respond because I feel like you can.
Towards the end, we take a day off to allow the participants to experience each other differently in a more relaxed way, to engage in conversations one-on-one, in conversations that are not guided through the group process, that happen spontaneously, to experience each other by just hiking together down the canyon.
The Grand Canyon trip kind of acted as a refresher because I think a lot of us were really overwhelmed as of Tuesday night and just a little bit demoralized and kind of done. And I think Wednesday was just good for us to kind of cut loose, blow off some steam, everyone relax, and kind of the conflict just be very diffused for the day. And we discussed a lot of the stuff that had been going on the day before, but it was in a really lighthearted setting.
So I came back from our day of being able to approach difficult topics more comfortably, ready to dig a lot deeper today. I actually came back in a much more anticipatory manner because I thought that I was going to get the truth.
In step 4, making sense of the experience.
Really, I cut a lot off my chest and really got to say what I wanted to say and made them. I never really had the opportunity to really say it, but here since it was open and okay and the environment was comfortable enough to do it, I took the opportunity and I really pushed myself.
Because for me, this experience has been worth it, and to be able to kind of share that and be able to pass that on, pass on their stories, not just mine, but show their experiences, how we've come to understand it, and show it to another. I think it's worth it.
Everybody has a voice. Everyone has a story and an experience, and I think that they owe it to themselves to let it be known.
Now I feel like a way I can move on from that, and at least someone knows how I felt from the other side.